All right, so here we have the Samsung Galaxy 6 Edge Plus, and let's go to the Pro settings here. Hit Pro, and we have our settings for 4K, and we have focus, white balance. We have effects right here, uh, brightness. Then we have shutter speed, and last but not least, ISO. So let's go to brightness. You can see everything is on a slider, which I like. You see you can brighten the scene and darken it as well. And I said this is settings for 4K, but this is the Pro settings, and you can uh, have it on different settings for that are not 4K. We'll go into that. And this is focus, so you can have it on auto focus, and have it on everything else in between auto and focus, as far as the manual is at the other end of the spectrum. I generally like to have it on manual. All right, when you have it on manual at the top of the slider, everything is in focus. But you can also have it in the center where the background is blurred out and everything else is in focus, where you can have that bokeh. Is that how you sound it? That filmic look. So the next thing we have is white balance. You can have it on auto white balance. Um, the next setting would be incandescent, fluorescent. This is daylight, cloudy, and you can have it on Kelvin, where you can set it yourself, set your own Kelvin scale with the Kelvin slider there. All right, another video I'm gonna show you guys how I white balance this camera. The next setting is the effects. I tend to keep it on standard, but you also have other different effects, like serene and vivid and nostalgic, and when you get down to, that's nostalgic right there. It's kind of black and whitish. And then you got the tone. When you get down to the tones, they have other sliders that you can manipulate the picture uh, with other sliders: color, temperature, tint, um, contrast, saturation, and highlight. Highlight is next. Highlight is right there, and shadows. All right, and then we have shutter speed, and this is a good thing about this camera. You have auto, and then you can choose your shutter speed, depending on how you want your scene to look, of course. And I like this because if you can be shooting in a lighted situation, but make it look like it's in the dark. So that's a good thing to have. Shooting something scary, or romantic in the dark, but you're shooting it in the light. All right. Then we have the ISO, and of course you have auto ISO, and you can choose your own ISO settings manually as well. And that's why I think this camera is very superior. Um, you got picture size. I have mine on 16 by 9 widescreen. All right, and video size. This is where you choose 4K. I had mine on QHD but for UHD, which is 4K, it's at the top. So now I have it on 4K resolution, and that's what you have, folks. This is a very good camera for shooting 4K videos. You can shoot a movie with this camera, with the type of resolution it has and the type of settings that it has. Alright, so that's the video for today. I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, subscribe, hit the like button. And the next video will be about the editing process. Until then, you guys take it easy. Alright? Later.